Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we'll take a journey back in time to explore the fascinating world of the Oligocene Epoch, which took place between 38 and 24 million years ago. This period witnessed incredible changes on our planet, including significant shifts in climate and the emergence of new mammal species, some of which were true giants. The Oligocene rocks are mostly continental deposits laid down when the ancient supercontinent of Gondwana split apart. By the end of the epoch, it had formed the modern continents of Africa, Antarctica, and Australia. During this time, mammals continued to evolve and diversify. Many new and unusual groups appeared, including long-legged wild pigs that spent their days diving into the water to escape the heat and foraging through forests at night. These pigs, known as Anthracotheridae, were amphibious creatures adapted to both land and water, with webbed feet and long snouts. They were likely proto-hippopotamuses, related to both pigs and whales. But these weren't the only large mammals roaming the earth. In Africa, cats began to appear, eventually giving rise to modern felines. One such cat was Pseudailuris, a nimble predator with a long tail and sharp claws, perfectly suited for hunting in dense vegetation. Meanwhile, in Eurasia, giant rhino-like creatures known as Paraceratherium grazed on the leaves of trees. One of these rhinos, Paraceratherium lynxiense, weighed over 20 tons and measured up to 4 meters tall. However, it went extinct around 20 million years ago. Another relative of the modern rhinoceros, the Chalicotherium, inhabited North America, Europe, and Asia. It had a distinctive appearance with a barrel-shaped body, short legs, and huge incisors and canines. Some species grew up to 3 meters long and stood over 2 meters tall at the shoulder. However, among the most fascinating mammals of the Oligocene was the Paleotherium, a hippo-like aquatic elephant with a wide mouth and flat tusks. This herbivore used its tusks to graze on water plants. It had webbed ears and a thick, flexible trunk, enabling it to breathe while submerged. Weighing around 4 tons and reaching 3 meters in height, it was truly a giant of its time. The Paleotherium inhabited freshwater habitats in what is now Europe and Western Asia. Its remains have been found in places like the Siwalik Hills in India, indicating its wide distribution across the Old World. Now, let's turn our attention to the avian inhabitants of the Oligocene. Bird life during this period was just as diverse and interesting as the mammals. Birds first evolved from theropod dinosaurs in the late Jurassic period, but they didn't become widespread until after the extinction of the dinosaurs in the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event. During the Oligocene, birds experienced a burst of diversification, giving rise to numerous species that still exist today. One group of birds that flourished during the Oligocene were the large, flightless birds. These birds, such as the ostrich, evolved from flying ancestors, but their size and weight made sustained flight impossible. Consequently, they became adapted to running on the ground. One such bird was Dromornis sterlingi, which lived in Australia. Standing up to 3 meters tall and weighing over 600 kilograms, it was the largest bird that ever existed. With powerful legs and a neck like a kangaroo, it could move swiftly across the Australian landscape. Another flightless bird, Diatryma, inhabited North America. It had a distinctive appearance with a short, broad beak, a small head, and a body covered in soft feathers. Diatryma could grow up to 2.7 meters tall and weighed around 635 kilograms. These birds were well adapted to their environment, feeding on vegetation and using their size and strength to protect themselves against predators. In contrast to the giant flightless birds, there were also small birds that thrived during the Oligocene. One example was the ancient pigeon, Columbina, which resembled modern-day mourning doves. These birds were around 25 centimeters long and weighed approximately 200 grams. They played a vital role in seed dispersal, helping to spread plants across vast distances. But the birds of the Oligocene weren't just known for their size. Some of them possessed striking colors and unique characteristics. Take, for instance, the magnificent bird of prey, Haast's eagle, which soared through the skies of New Zealand. With a wingspan of up to 3 meters, it was one of the largest eagles that ever lived. Its powerful talons and razor-sharp beak enabled it to capture prey such as large lizards and even small mammals. The Haast's eagle was a true apex predator, ruling the skies with unmatched power. Another brightly colored bird that captured the imagination of those who saw it was the kakapo. This flightless parrot native to New Zealand was covered in soft, downy feathers ranging in color from yellow-green to red. The kakapo's striking appearance made it a sought-after sight during the Oligocene. However, its slow metabolism and nocturnal habits made it vulnerable to predators introduced by humans. One of the most terrifying birds of the Oligocene was the Phorus rhacos, also known as the terror bird. This massive, flightless bird inhabited South America and was truly a creature to be feared. Phorus rhacos had a head larger than a horse and was equipped with a sharp axe-like beak capable of delivering lethal blows. Its piercing eyes scanned the landscape in search of blood, and it hunted with fierce determination. With its powerful legs, it could chase down its prey with ease, and its hooked beak ensured that there was no escape. Phorus rhacos was one of the most fearsome predators of its time, and its presence sent shivers down the spines of those who encountered it. Despite the diversity and abundance of birds during the Oligocene, not all species were fortunate. Many large, flightless birds, including Dromornis, Diatryma, and Phorus rhacos, went extinct before the end of the epoch. Their extinction is believed to be linked to factors such as habitat loss, climate change, and competition with other predators. However, smaller birds like Columbina survived and continued to thrive. During the Oligocene, major evolutionary events shaped the course of life on Earth. Around 36 million years ago, a minor extinction event occurred, wiping out around 20% of marine and terrestrial species. This event had a significant impact on the distribution and evolution of mammals. For example, the ancestors of Egypt's now extinct elephants migrated to Africa from Eurasia. Over time, these ancestors evolved into multiple species of elephants, including the extinct mastodons and the living African forest elephant and African savanna elephant. Another notable event during the Oligocene was the emergence of the hominoids, the group that includes apes, chimpanzees, gorillas, orangutans, and humans. Hominoids originated in Africa and eventually spread to other parts of the world. However, early hominoids were not yet fully adapted to walking upright on 2 legs. That distinction belongs to the hominins, which diverged from the hominoid lineage around 7 million years ago. The Oligocene marked the beginning of significant changes in plant life as well. During this period, deciduous forests, which consist of trees that lose their leaves seasonally, started to become more widespread in the northern hemisphere. This shift in vegetation was influenced by changing climate conditions, including cooler temperatures and increased rainfall. The emergence of deciduous forests had profound implications for the distribution and behavior of animals. Many mammals adapted to the seasonal changes by developing thicker fur or feathers for insulation during colder months. Some species also altered their activity patterns, becoming nocturnal to avoid the heat or conserve energy during the winter. The Oligocene was indeed a remarkable period in Earth's history. It witnessed the rise and diversification of mammals and birds, some of which grew to gigantic proportions. From the long-legged pigs to the giant flightless birds, the creatures of the Oligocene were truly extraordinary. The epoch also saw significant changes in vegetation and the emergence of new ecosystems. As we continue to explore the depths of our planet's history, the Oligocene serves as a reminder of the incredible diversity and adaptability of life on Earth. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. We hope you've enjoyed learning about the amazing world of the Oligocene epoch. If you want to learn more about ancient creatures, make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on new videos. Stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of our planet's history. Have a great day.